lie there in that old curiosity shop.
To quote Emma Lazarus, "Give me your tired, your poor, your tempest tossed." Actually, I think I just didn't quote Emma Lazarus. Well, not very accurately, but you get the point. No, I haven't lost my mind. I am not pretending to be the Statue of Liberty. But I am back to tell you what I'm monkeying with today. Now, the first thing you say is, "Scott, that's the same shirt you had on yesterday." Well, actually, this isn't yesterday. This is still today. So the video that you saw yesterday, I'm still filming. You get the idea. It's the same day. It's the same shirt. Okay? We got that out of the way. Now, what am I fiddling with? Well, sadly, I am not going to be able to do what I want to do with this torch lamp or torch lamp. These things became very popular. They came on the scene in this particular style in the 1930s. Now, I'm going to show it to you piece by piece, starting with the very heavy metal base. That's the base. And the base is made of a pretty high quality piece of cast metal. We're in good shape here. I just need to work on the finish, which won't be a problem. There's a center rod that extends up, 6 feet tall, which you can't see. And then there are some decorative spacers in between. Now on the bottom is a wonderful piece of onyx. And still on here is the original foil sticker from the manufacturer that says Pedera, I think it says P-E-D-R-A-R-A, imported onyx. Well, even without that, we know it's onyx. And I'll let you see, sometimes the onyx can be sort of a butterscotch swirl, that's the sticker. And sometimes it's green. This is more of a white color. This piece goes here, and then we build the lamp upwards. Now I have to be very careful with this. I'm going to put this back on. This is the next piece. Another piece of onyx goes on top, and then a tall rod, skinny rod, that's reeded, goes all the way up at the top. And this wonderful torch sits at the top with this three-way socket. And then a great big beautiful glass shade. I'm going to show you the shade. It's right here. Now let's pull this off and pull this off and let you see this absolutely beautiful shade that goes at the top. Oh my goodness, this thing weighs 10-15 pounds. It's made of glass, and it's very typical of the type of shade you would see. This one has a wonderful embossed, a relief on it, and it's got a sort of, there's a factory done sort of almost a peach iridescent color that's put on here. Can you see that? It's really pretty. And when this thing is all lit up, it shines the indirect light upwards, and it really is gorgeous. Now, you remember your grandparents had one of these. So it sits down in here just like this, and that's the way the lamp looks. It's a beautiful lamp when you see it all lit up and in place. So why did I take it apart? Well, we're okay with the base. The shade is perfect. Socket is good. And the actual torch part of the lamp is made out of a high quality metal as well. It's a good cast. You probably guessed it. We have an issue here. Now sadly, this is pot metal or spelter, and it does not hold up. Aww. This is pretty typical. 1920s, 30s, 40s. It happens. And there really is no way to repair spelter. It cracks, it breaks, and you're finished. So let me show you the problem. If we turn this around, I'm going to move forward so that you can really see what's going on here. Look at that. That's not good. Okay, a massive crack. Now remember, this is at the bottom and it has to support the whole shade. That's really, really bad. Also, it was just sitting there in place. The only thing holding it was the metal rod. But this is just going to continue to deteriorate and crack and split. This is bad news. Now you say, well, why don't you throw a little epoxy on it and stick it back together again? Well, I'm going to do that. It's not going to work. I already know it's not going to work. I've tried it before. Antique phonographs. Many makers used pot metal for tone arms and reproducers, and when it breaks apart, you're just sunk. So there isn't really any way that I could repair this so that it's going to be strong enough and I'll be satisfied with it. Okay, it's voiceover time. Now, I anticipate that I'm going to get several suggestions about how to repair pot metal, and over the years, over the last 30 years, really, I've tried several methods, and I just want to point out that, we're not talking about, this is not a terribly valuable lamp, and the cracks and the breaks that you see in this piece are very significant. Now, this is a major support for this lamp. It bears the weight of the lamp. Trying to repair this is just not going to work. I am totally aware of mixing, things like JB Weld and different epoxies, and sometimes you can have some success. For instance, if you're just dealing with, let's say, a clock topper, if you guys know well, I'll show you a picture of a clock topper. Okay, let's just say that maybe the tail of the horse fell off, or a little non-weight bearing decorative piece fell off. Okay, in that case, you're going to be able to stick it back on and have it look aesthetically pleasing, and it's not a big deal. But on this lamp, this piece is so brittle, it is so thin, and we also have chunks of the spelter, which is actually missing. I don't know if you can see that, but there are little pieces that are just completely gone. So attempting to mix up any type of concoction, any type of soldering or JB Weld and epoxy is just not going to work with it. So I haven't totally given up on this, but what I will do, and of course I can't get out to any flea markets or any such thing to go searching. I have a lot of lamp parts because I do antique lamp repair. And I was digging around. I didn't really find anything that would satisfy me. So I'm going to be on the lookout as soon as I can get out to some flea markets for some lamp parts. And I'm going to be able to find some kind of a spacer that's same size, roughly, and sort of in the same condition as the rest of the lamp. It shouldn't be too difficult, but it might take me a little while to find it. But I'll find something because I'm almost fairly certain that this is just no good. And as I said, I have fiddled with spelter, trying to repair it, stabilize it, and it's almost impossible to do. That's an integral part of this lamp. Even though there is a steel rod that goes up the center, we still would be taking a chance if I tried to glue that back together and reassemble the lamp. So that's one thing I'm fiddling with. Another thing I'm fiddling with, well, not really, but it's these mixing bowls. I've had these for a while, and those of you who buy and sell online, or just buy and sell, you know this dilemma. This was originally a 4-bowl set. Yes, a gradual set. And this is, I believe, if I remember, Hazel Atlas, 1930s, Pink Depression. And obviously, one of the bowls was broken. I just attempted to break another. There is the largest bowl. There's the next in the family. We're we're missing this guy right here, and then the little baby goes down here. So I only have 3 of the 4. So the question is, you've got some options. Do you sell the 3 as a set and say, okay, it's just missing 1? Do you sell them one at a time as replacements for people who just may need 1? Or do you hold on to them until you find the missing bowl? Now, I could go on eBay and buy the missing bowl right now. But the problem then is, if I buy just that 1 bowl on eBay and pay the shipping and all that, am I going to get my money out of it? Because does this set of 4 sell for enough money to justify that? I don't think it does. There are also cases where the sum of all the parts does not necessarily have a higher value than if you were to just break them up and sell them individually. So I've done it both ways, and there really is no secret, and it's really hard to predict what will happen. I could sell them individually and make more profit. On one day, I could turn around and sell them all 3 together and make a higher profit. It's so hard to predict which way to do it. What I'm probably going to do, is break them up and sell them 1, 2, 3, and just sell them as replacements to other folks who just happen to need 1 to complete their set. Probably what I'll do. What would you do? Okay, I'm off to my next project, and I'll probably be taking you with me. Let's go.